Have you ever noticed some people sleep peacefully and wake up to blessings, while others toss and turn, replaying worries in their minds, and wake up to the same struggle? The difference isn't luck. It's command. You see, your sleep isn't just rest. It's a spiritual meeting. 4 or 5 sacred hours every night. Your subconscious becomes a control room of your reality. It listens, it records, and it obeys. The question is, what are you commanding while you sleep? Most people go to bed saying things like, I'm broke. I can't catch a break. I don't know what's next. And the universe simply responds, as you wish. But imagine this. Before you close your eyes tonight, you whisper a different command. I am aligned with divine wealth. I am open to receive. I am walking into overflow. Now, while you rest, your mind begins to build bridges toward that truth. Ideas start forming. Opportunities start aligning. People start showing up, not because of luck, but because of command. Your mind is the architect. Your words are the blueprint. And your sleep is a construction site. Think about a farmer. He doesn't plant seeds and then dig them up to check progress. He plants, he rests, and he trusts the process. That's what divine command is. Planting the right belief before sleep and letting the universe work while you rest. Every night, you have a 5-hour window to reprogram your vibration. 5 hours where your mind is unguarded and pure, ready to receive divine instruction. Use it wisely. Before bed, declare, I command wealth to flow into my life. I command my mind to see abundance. I command my heart to stay grateful. You're not begging. You're not hoping. You're commanding from a place of divine authority. Because wealth is not chasing those who wish for it. It's responding to those who speak as if they already have it. Here are some key points related to this. Your subconscious mind is most powerful during sleep. Use it to program abundance. Words before sleep are commands that shape your reality. Sleep isn't just rest. It's creation in motion. Wealth begins with belief, not effort alone. Replace worry with divine declarations before bed. Command your reality. Don't just wish for it. Your subconscious mind is most powerful during sleep. That's the hidden truth most people never learn to use. Imagine your mind as a vast garden. During the day, it's noisy, filled with distractions, doubts, and endless chatter. But at night, when the world goes quiet and your conscious thoughts fade, the soil of that garden softens. It becomes open, fertile, and ready to receive new seeds. Those seeds are your thoughts, your emotions, your commands. And what you plant in those quiet hours grows into the experiences you live tomorrow. Think about it. The last thing you say or think before falling asleep is the first thing your subconscious begins to build. If you fall asleep saying, I'm tired of the struggle, your mind spends the night reinforcing that reality. But if you whisper, I'm ready for abundance and I trust the process, your subconscious begins shaping paths toward it. You don't see it happening, but you feel the shifts, a new idea, a sudden opportunity, a spark of confidence you didn't have before. That's not coincidence. That's creation at work while you sleep. It's said that Thomas Edison used to hold metal balls in his hands as he drifted to sleep. The moment he began to truly relax, the balls would drop, waking him up because he believed that edge between waking and sleeping held the answers to his greatest inventions. That same edge, the moment when the conscious mind lets go, is the gateway to the subconscious, your direct connection to divine intelligence. Picture this. You lay down after a long day. The room is dark, the air still. The noise in your head begins to slow down, but your energy, that invisible current that creates everything, starts to rise. This is where the divine meets the human. This is where your thoughts stop being random noise and start becoming commands. The universe listens closely here, not to your words alone, but to your emotion, your faith, your vibration. It asks, what should I create for you tonight? And your response is not in what you say out loud. It's in what you truly believe. Many people spend these sacred hours replaying pain, fear, and scarcity. They relive conversations that hurt them, or worry about bills, or question their worth. And the subconscious, obedient and neutral, takes it all in as instruction. More struggle, more worry, more doubt. It doesn't judge, it just delivers. But imagine if you change that pattern. If you fell asleep every night feeding your mind the script of your highest self, you'd be speaking to your future as if it already existed. Dr. Joseph Murphy once said, "Your subconscious mind does not argue with you. It accepts what your conscious mind believes." That's why these 5 hours are sacred. They are not just rest, they are construction time. Every night, your inner world builds the outer one. And if you fill those hours with divine commands of wealth, peace, and certainty, your subconscious begins to align everything around you to match that frequency, quietly, powerfully, and without resistance. Words before sleep are commands that shape your reality, and most people never realize how powerful that truth is. Every night, your final thoughts before you drift into sleep become blueprints for your tomorrow. It's not poetry, it's psychological and spiritual law. Your mind is like a voice-activated system. Whatever you say, it starts working on it. And the most active time it listens is right before you fall asleep, when your conscious guard drops and your subconscious opens its doors wide. Picture someone lying in bed, scrolling through their phone, sighing about how hard life is, whispering, "Nothing ever works out for me." They think it's harmless venting, but in that moment, they've just given their subconscious a direct order to find more moments where nothing works out. The next morning, they wake up already drained, already expecting the day to be heavy. And it will be, not because of fate, but because their last words before sleep set the direction of their energy. The universe obeys the tone you speak in, not just the words you choose. Now imagine another person, same night, same world, but a different ritual. They turn off the noise, breathe deeply, and say softly, "I am open to divine opportunities. I am ready to receive wealth and guidance." That person isn't begging the universe. They're programming their mind to recognize abundance, and their subconscious listens like a loyal servant taking notes. By morning, their energy is lighter, their ideas clearer, and small coincidences start to happen. A message, a meeting, an unexpected call. It feels like magic, but it's not. It's alignment responding to command. There's a story told about a woman who used to fall asleep every night repeating one simple sentence. "Everything I desire is already finding its way to me." She didn't have much when she started, but she spoke it with conviction. Weeks later, opportunities began showing up, a better job, supportive people, financial growth. When asked how it happened, she smiled and said, "I stopped talking to my fears and started talking to my future." That's the essence of divine command. You are always speaking something into your sleep. The question is, what story are you giving your subconscious to build? Words hold vibration. In ancient traditions, it's said that creation itself began with sound, with a word. When you speak before sleep, you echo that same power of creation. You're not describing reality. You're declaring it. Your words become invisible architects, shaping energy into form. Even science agrees. Studies in neuroscience show that repeated affirmations before sleep can rewire neural pathways, shifting how the brain perceives possibility. That's why one sentence, said with faith and emotion, can do more for your life than 1,000 hours of worry. So when you lie down tonight, remember, your final words are not whispers into darkness. They are commands into creation. You're not just talking to yourself. You're instructing the universe on what tomorrow should look like, and it will listen exactly the way you believe it will. Sleep isn't just rest, it's creation in motion. The world has taught us to treat sleep as a time when everything stops, when we shut off, when nothing happens. But in truth, the moment your eyes close, your inner world begins to build. Your body may be still, but your mind is alive, shaping, sorting, and sending signals to the universe about what to bring into your life next. It's as if your soul clocked in for a night shift, quietly arranging the unseen pieces of tomorrow while you dream. Think about the last time you woke up with a sudden idea, a solution that seemed to appear out of nowhere, a name that came to mind, a clear direction you couldn't see before. That wasn't random. Your subconscious worked through the night, connecting patterns your conscious mind couldn't access during the day. Even great thinkers like Albert Einstein and Nikola Tesla spoke about receiving visions and answers during sleep. They understood something the modern world has forgotten, that sleep is not an escape from life. It's a gateway to divine creation. Imagine a potter shaping clay. During the day, you're the one pressing and molding. But at night, The potter's wheel turns on its own, slow, steady, guided by the energy of what you believed and felt before bed. If you went to sleep heavy with doubt, that clay hardens around uncertainty. But if you drift it off with faith and gratitude, your mind shapes it into abundance and peace. That's why what you do before sleep matters more than most people realize. The emotional tone you carry into those hours determines what your subconscious sculpts while you rest. A man once shared that he spent years going to bed with anxiety over debt. Every night, he'd lie awake thinking, "I'll never get out of this." He said his sleep was restless, and mornings felt hopeless. One day, he decided to experiment, to replace those thoughts with new ones. Each night, he whispered, "I am financially free. Money flows to me easily. I am blessed beyond measure." At first, it felt fake. But after weeks of consistency, something shifted. He began waking up calmer, more confident, and with ideas that helped him grow a business he had long abandoned. He didn't force change. He slept his way into it. Dr. Wayne Dyer once said, "Never go to sleep without a request to your subconscious." It's a reminder that sleep is sacred, a spiritual workshop where your desires are processed and prepared for manifestation. When you sleep with faith, your dreams become blueprints. When you sleep with fear, they become barriers. The choice is always yours. So, sleep is not just recovery. It's a nightly creation ritual. Every breath you take in those hours is divine cooperation between your mind and the universe. While your body rests, your destiny moves. And when you open your eyes, you're not just waking up, you're stepping into something your soul has been quietly building all night long. Wealth begins with belief, not effort alone. Most people think money comes from hard work, long hours, endless struggle, grinding until they break. But have you ever met someone who seems to attract wealth without forcing it? Someone whose presence alone feels magnetic, whose ideas just seem to click, whose timing is always right. That's not luck, that's belief. Belief is the invisible currency that funds every physical result. Without it, no amount of effort can truly multiply. With it, even small actions produce enormous results. Imagine two people with the same talent, same opportunity, and same tools. One believes money is scarce, that success is for others, that wealth comes only through exhaustion. The other believes wealth is energy, that it flows easily to those aligned with purpose, gratitude, and faith. The first person wakes up tense, counting problems. The second wakes up grateful, counting possibilities. Over time, their worlds begin to separate. One remains stuck in effort, while the other ascends through belief, because the outer world only mirrors the vibration of the inner one. There's a story about a young artist who spent years trying to sell her work. She was talented, but she kept telling herself, "No one values art anymore." One night, she heard a speaker say, "You are the energy you expect to receive." Something clicked. She decided to change her story. Every night before bed, she began to say, "My art is valuable. People feel inspired by it. Money flows easily from my creativity." Within months, she was featured in a local gallery, then commissioned by clients who found her work online. Nothing outside her changed first, only her belief. Belief creates permission. It tells the universe what you're ready to receive. You can't attract what you secretly doubt. When you believe money is evil, it avoids you. When you believe you're unworthy, abundance hides. But when you believe wealth is natural, spiritual, and meant for you, it starts showing up in unexpected ways. It could be an idea whispered at the edge of sleep, a chance meeting, a random opportunity. But it all begins inside. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." Those aren't just motivational words. They are energetic laws. Belief organizes your world. It filters what you notice and what you ignore. If you believe life is against you, you'll miss every door that opens. If you believe life supports you, you'll walk through them effortlessly. Wealth, at its core, is not a number. It's a state of consciousness. It's the feeling of knowing you're supported by something greater than your effort. The richest people in spirit and success are not those who work the hardest, but those who think the highest. Every fortune starts as a quiet belief that says, "I am meant for more." And that belief, once felt deeply enough, bends reality until it becomes true. Replace worry with divine declarations before bed, because every night you have a choice, to plant fear or to plant faith. Worry is the language of doubt. Declaration is a language of power. One keeps you stuck in the cycle of what if, while the other commands, so it is. When you lie down at night and let your mind run wild with anxiety, you are unknowingly giving energy to the very things you don't want. But when you choose to replace those restless thoughts with divine declarations, your vibration shifts. You move from reaction to creation. Think about how most people end their day. They replay every mistake, every problem, every what if. They go to sleep rehearsing the worst-case scenario. Their mind, like a movie projector, loops the same scenes of worry. And because the subconscious listens intently before sleep, it takes that energy as instruction. It begins shaping more experiences that match the tone of anxiety. But imagine a different scene. Someone lying in that same bed, taking a deep breath, placing their hand over their heart, and saying softly, I am safe. I am guided. Everything is working out for my highest good. Those few words carry more power than 1,000 worries. In that moment, the person has shifted from fear to faith, from chaos to command. A woman once shared her story of sleepless nights. She said she would lie awake thinking about bills, relationships, and the fear of losing everything. One day she read, "You can't pray and worry at the same time." That line struck her deeply. That night, she decided to try something new. She turned off her phone, closed her eyes, and began to repeat, I release control. I trust divine timing. I am abundant and free. The first night, it felt strange. The second, a little easier. By the end of the week, she noticed something. She was sleeping better, and her mornings felt lighter. Within months, new doors began opening. It wasn't the declarations themselves that changed her life. It was a faith they carried. When you declare, you are not begging the universe to fix your problems. You are aligning yourself with truth. You are reminding your mind that fear doesn't rule you. Spirit does. Joel Osteen once said, don't use your words to describe the situation. Use your words to change the situation. That's the essence of divine declaration. You are not speaking what is. You are speaking what can be. Each word becomes a light in the dark, a signal to your subconscious that it's safe to rest and create. Before bed, replace every I'm scared with I am strong. Replace what if I fail with what if I fly. Replace nothing ever works with everything is aligning perfectly for me. It's not just positive thinking. It's energetic alignment. The mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It only knows repetition. So, every night, let your words be the melody of faith. Let your final thoughts tell the universe, I trust you. And in that trust, creation begins to move quietly on your behalf while you rest in peace instead of fear. Command your reality. Don't just wish for it. Wishing is weak energy. It comes from uncertainty, from a quiet hope that maybe something out there will notice you. Commanding, on the other hand, is a declaration from your divine authority. It's when you understand that you are not separate from the power that creates worlds. You are part of it. You don't ask the light to shine. You simply flip the switch. That's what commanding your reality feels like. An inner knowing that your words carry creative power, that your thoughts are blueprints, and that your energy gives instruction to everything around you. Imagine standing in front of a mirror. You don't beg the reflection to smile. You smile first, and it mirrors you instantly. The universe works the same way. It doesn't respond to begging or wishing. It responds to being. When you become the vibration of what you desire, everything begins to mirror that frequency. A man who commands wealth doesn't hope to be rich. He walks, talks, and makes decisions as someone who already is. A woman who commands peace doesn't plead for calm. She speaks from it, moves through it, and her world rearranges to reflect it. There's a story told about a man who wanted to change his life, but kept saying, one day, when things get better, I'll start living differently. Years went by and nothing changed. One night, exhausted from disappointment, he whispered, enough. From this moment, I command a new story. He started speaking differently, walking differently, dressing as if he already belonged to the life he was dreaming of. He didn't wait for proof. He became the proof. Within months, his circumstances began to shift. not because magic appeared, but because his energy finally gave the universe clear instructions on who he decided to be. Neville Goddard once said, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled." That means stop waiting to see it before you believe it. Believe it so deeply that the universe has no choice but to reflect it. Commanding is not arrogance. It's faith in motion. It's the understanding that you are co-creating your world every moment with your words and emotions. The difference between those who stay stuck and those who rise is intelligence or luck. It's clarity. The ones who rise have stopped asking, "Can I?" and started declaring, "I will." When you command your reality, you step into alignment with the creative force that's been waiting for your instruction. Every "I am" statement becomes a code sent to the universe. I am wealthy. I am guided. I am unstoppable. These aren't affirmations for comfort. They are commands for manifestation. And the moment you speak them with conviction, the energy around you starts reorganizing to match. So tonight, don't wish for a better tomorrow. Don't wait for a sign or a miracle. Speak it, command it, feel it. Let the universe hear certainty in your voice. Because creation doesn't respond to soft tones of hoping. It responds to the bold energy of knowing. Tonight, when you close your eyes, remember this. You are not falling asleep into silence. You are falling asleep into creation. Every breath, every word, every thought is a seed. And what you plant tonight will rise to meet you tomorrow. You are not waiting for miracles. You are the miracle. You are not searching for power. You carry it. You are not hoping for wealth. You are commanding it into being. No more nights of fear. No more hours wasted in worry. No more surrendering your peace to uncertainty. From this moment on, you command your reality. You declare your destiny. You speak as the creator you were born to be. Say it again and again until your soul believes it. I am worthy. I am chosen. I am ready. Say it until the vibration shifts, until your body feels it, until the universe moves in your favor. The time for wishing is over. The time for commanding has begun. The next 5 hours are not ordinary sleep. They are the hours where your future listens. So tonight, speak boldly. Believe fiercely. Rest deeply. Because while the world sleeps in doubt, you will sleep in command. And when you awaken, wealth, favor, and destiny will already be waiting at your door. Your support means everything. If this resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember this. Don't just dream of abundance. Sleep your way into it. Thank you for being here. See you in the next one.